hey, this is Hanzo What Review, gonna cover Sonic usage, how it helps to control the map better, when you should use that, and where you should use that as well. So you have this kind of spam core. The enemy team, they do actually have a spam core as well, because of the Surgeon, because of the Pharah. What do you do here, and what are your biggest threats?
Biggest threat was definitely Sojourn.
Yeah, I would say Surgeon is definitely the biggest threat. So what you can do against the Surgeon?
Try and play out of her sightline.
Maybe we can do that. What about your Sonics?
If I know where she is, then I can play around that a lot easier.
Exactly. So once you know that, you can check for the Surgeon. And one more thing for you as well is, whenever she is actively pressuring you with the mouse 1, it's not taking too much time to build your right click. So this is basically where you want to play kind of more safe. And as soon as this happens, as soon as you realize, okay, Surgeon got for a lot of shots, it's kind of the same as Widowmaker. You can potentially try to go aggressive and go on the Widowmaker when she don't have this charge shot. So basically it takes time for the Widowmaker to charge the shots. It's the same about the Surgeon too. If the Surgeon is actively shooting somebody, and if you compare Surgeon to Widowmaker, they will both get their shots up. That is something to keep in mind. You can treat the Surgeon like a Widowmaker at some point, and then that is where you have to do what? Surgeon got the charge. Yeah, you don't have your Sonic as well, but then right there, as soon as you see it's kind of like charge gun, what you can do? You can hide. Potentially what you can do is a fast mobility cooldown. You can maybe jump around the corner. Let's say you was picking, and then you realize the Surgeon attention starts turning at you, so she's becoming like this Widowmaker now. So you can think about this like jump as a safe cooldown. Yeah, whenever there's somebody diving you, whenever there's something threatening, you can always use this kind of like cooldown as a safe option. Because right there, Surgeon is Widowmaker. As soon as she points a gun at you, it's even like when she starts turning. So you want to recognize when there's attention is. She starts turning, that's where you do the jump, right there. But then we overstay, and then you get headshotted, basically. So that is it. And that's what we can do. We can Sonic Arrow. I'll play the Surgeon with that, potentially. Or we just gotta use corners really well. Use your jump. Corners, jump maybe if you need to, if she points attention towards you. What is the problem with this Sonic though? So let's think about that. What is the Sonic problem here? Is the enemy, are they about to brawl really soon? Are they about to brawl?
Kind of looks like they're gonna run in, but they're very far away. So.
Yeah, the Sonic might be right if you guys kite, sort of. So you have your another Sonic. Maybe you can use early Sonic here when you're in a poke phase, and then second Sonic can be used around here, but then you're gonna have a next one if you kite. But I think you can play it out differently, honestly. You can either just think about it like, okay, let these guys enter the sidelines where you become really dangerous. So the right way to phrase it, I would say, is always, if you have a somewhat of a spam tinker position, you have those long range sidelines, you usually let the team in, enemy team in slightly, and then you put the Sonic, and basically you're threatening with your Sonic and not allowing the enemy team to enter. And right now, I think from this like perspective where most of your team is, that is something you gotta pay attention to, something you gotta think about. Because most of your spam members currently in this area, using this area, your Bastion is over here, and your Zen is about to flank. It kind of seems like, you know, you have good sidelines on this area, yes, this open area. But what happens with the Sonic, it's like kind of Winston bubble here. Early Winston bubble. Let's imagine you use your Winston bubble too early, like right there. It's just gonna get poked, and then the enemy team will walk, basically. But what we want to do is to let enemy in your sightlines, and then you like click your Sonic somewhere, and you win the angle control versus these guys, because they still do run this spammy team, and that Sonic basically helps you to win the angles and helps you to like be threatening towards the enemy team. If their dangerous angle will hide, like let's say somebody is flanking, maybe if they hide, that's totally fine. But it's fine as soon as you get value. So maybe let's say one group of people, they enter this area this way, and another group, they just stay because you used your angle there. They cannot pass because you used your Sonic. Yeah, but you do get value because the rest of the people can get shotted. So maybe 4 people are getting shotted, 1 is not, and that is how you like split their resources. Now it's basically gonna be 5v4 because of this Sonic. But with this early Sonic, we're not creating a like big advantage. See what I mean? So these guys are not walking in yet. They can just kite the Sonic completely, and then they can start walking. What I want to do is to let them in, maybe like let one angle in, and let's say the crease in, but then, you know, okay, depending on the situation, maybe you can use the Sonic on him, and if you put the Sonic, he will be hiding, but at the same time, you do get value because you can shoot the hog now. Or you can shoot somebody else who is walking. And this guy's hiding, he's basically useless right now. That is something you can think about, like, if you guys kite, which is, it's a little bit concerning, you probably not, based on where your spam members are. So that's what I mean, like this Bastion, he just gets walked over, these people. But let's say you communicated it this way, like, let's kite, guys, let's kite towards the point, that can work, because then you have your Sonic. But then there is the same problem again. How to make the better Sonic here then? What is better time to use the Sonic?
Use it a little later.
Exactly. I will give you a situation. Let's say Kree is hiding, for example, and then next group starts walking. Is it okay to use the Sonic here?
Yes.
Okay, why so?
Because Cass is gonna be hiding in the corner, and he's not gonna want to move because he's gonna.
Yeah,
because it's gonna be a free shot if he does.
Yeah, exactly. What's important, because Cass is hiding now, the rest of the people, like this group of people, they're walking, and then you take it like a 5v4, and then you shoot them, kill them, because if Cassidy peeks, you just kill him instantly, if your mechanics are good enough, of course, and then it's obviously gonna be 5v4 then, not depending on the situation, if you kill him. So that is how we can think about the Sonics a lot of times. So like maybe you let the hog in, and let's say you Sonic this surgeon now. And right now, the surgeon have two choices. She just can walk back, or she peeks here and then you kill her. Because she walked back, now you shoot the hog or you shoot the Cassidy, and it's 5v4. Surgeon is useless. Sonic allows you to zone angles, zone this like dangerous things. But you gotta let the enemy team in. So like early Sonics are fine, completely fine. But then we just gotta recognize when the real fight starts, when there is real spam from us going on. Yeah, when there is a real like, okay, our soldier can shoot, our Zen can shoot, I can shoot. And then you go for the Sonic and make sure it's like you let the enemy team kind of in your sightlines or something like that. You zone certain angles this way. So right now you're gonna have your Sonic really soon, and then see here your Zenyatta have an angle. Also you guys want to take a crossfire potentially, so where you want to be. Maybe you don't want to be here, but wherever it can be
next to Winston.
Yeah,
on the high ground in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. You want to create a crossfire as well with these guys, and then because this team now, they can walk, you zone somebody. Let's say you zone Cassidy, and then this guy is shooting these 4 people. Cassidy zoned out. If he peeks, you kill him. If he's not, then these guys are dead. If you see this glowing gun, the bright gun, as soon as it starts pointing at you, double jump around the corner. At least it will not harm for sure. It will be much easier for your spam win condition to do things for sure. So we can say that could be a good Sonic. It's definitely better than not using it when the active fight is going on. So let's say you put the pressure here. Ideally, these guys, if they peek you, because you see them, you see the Sonic, they peek you, they die. So think about it this way as well. You put the Sonic, you can charge your arrow behind the wall, and then it will be so unpredictable. You basically have a potential to get a shot on them first. And it's the same about any one-shot characters as well, such as Zenyatta. So it's a much bigger advantage for the one-shot characters. If you put your Sonic arrow somewhere, they peek around the corner, and then they kill somebody. These guys are literally, they're not even aware of when the Zen is gonna peek or when you're gonna peek, because you have this advantage. You have this wall hacks. You have the Sonic going on, and that's what creates the pressure. That's how you get a kill. If you don't, yeah, like let's say this guy's hide again, still value, still pretty good value. So now your Sonic allows you to zone the angle, basically. Let's say now you put attention towards this angle. The Mercy now, she cannot peek aggressively. If she peeks, you kill her. That is how you get her out of the fight, or you get the Surgeon out of the fight. You also allow your Zenyatta to charge the right click and just get a kill on somebody, whoever peeks this angle. You zone somebody, and then now the Reinhardt's receiving more pressure because the Mercy was not in the fight. You zone this Mercy out for 1 second, and then the Reinhardt shield gets shot in more and more. He's tanking this irrelevant damage more and more, and then these guys join, but you have more pressure already on the point. You force more resources already. Even this short amount of pressure, you zoning somebody out, when you're creating this 5v4, you do so much pressure that you force a lot of resources this way. What kind of position you would Sonic, where you would be, and what would be your location of the Sonic as well?
Way further back than where I am, and then I want to kind of Sonic the center where it can see both windows and behind it.
Think about it like you let somebody somebody slightly in, and then you Sonic, and then somebody will hide, somebody will go, and then you create more pressure on this guy who goes. So you force like insane amount of resources. But now all this pressure you're trying to create and like zone people away, your team cannot use that. So it's just, yeah, pretty clear. It's like we out of the skill box, yeah, out of the line of sight, the rest of your team, so it's a little bit difficult. But yeah, the Sonic is the main thing for today. Your Sonic helps to control the map better for you and your teammates. Use Sonic to shut down the biggest threat, the most threatening angle. Make sure to time it right though. Use Sonic when your friendly angles can get value. It's especially important to time it with when your one-shot characters can do some pressure as well, and try to create crossfire with them. Make sure to subscribe, and if you want to get coached in Overwatch, then you can find me on Matterify, the link in the description.